Now, their epic journey has been followed by many around the world. Now, after a 17-month trek covering more than 500 kilometres, a herd of 14 wandering elephants in China is finally heading home. As of Sunday night, they were in Yuanjiang County, about 200 kilometres from their reserve, but they've already caused more than $1 million worth of damage. Our China media analyst Kerry Allen has been very keenly following their progress.
They first set off in March 2020, 17 months ago, and there were originally 16 of them. Then one gave birth, so there were 17, and they've been on this epic journey across Yunnan province in southwestern China ever since March. So yeah, they've been on this journey. 3 have now left the pack, but people have been watching them, fascinated by the fact that they just keep moving across China, and they've been very much having this journey while most of us have been stuck in our homes during a pandemic.
Yeah, because the real story is what has been happening to allow them to continue their journey, isn't it?
It is, yes. The fact that they've just kept going, and there have been concerns in Yunnan that they could enter villages, they could damage people's crops. I mean, there's already been evidence of this. There was a story that 2 of them had actually broken into a winery and got drunk in a village, and also stories about people's crops being damaged. So what's happened is that police officers have been deployed. Drones have also been sent out to monitor this herd. And there have been attempts from people, local officials and volunteers to try and get these animals away from areas that people live in or away from crops.
And people have had to leave their homes, haven't they?
They have, yes.
A lot of people.
Lots and lots of people, hundreds of thousands of people have had to leave their homes because they're a huge herd and there are concerns that they could actually impact people's lives. So officials have had to move people because of these elephants.
So now they've turned around. What's going on now?
It looks like they're on their way home. There's been a lot of media on how they've arrived in Yuanjiang County recently, which is still hundreds of kilometres from their home, but they are making their way in the right direction and they are quite far away from people at this point. But it's a story that's still dumbfounding scientists. It's really confusing scientists as to why they're moving. It's not unusual for elephants to move across small distances, but for this length of time and to travel hundreds of kilometres, there are questions that are being asked by people about whether the elephants are searching for a new habitat, whether climate change has been affecting their local habitat or they're struggling to find food. Then, yeah, also you've got people on social media platforms like Sina Weibo, which is China's version of Facebook, saying it's inspiring to us all. Maybe they just want to take off on a big adventure when we've had so much time confined within our homes.
Let's hope they can remember where they live. That's our China media analyst